Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to yet another episode of Ground Zero Everyday Leaders. The purpose of this show to bring leaders whom I've known, whom I've seen grow in their local field, in their local expertise, influencing people around them and around the society. And this show is all about that. This show is called Ground Zero Everyday Leaders. And today it's episode number 22. And I have a guest who I've used the word before, influences the society. An influencer quite by his natural traits and character himself. Influencers to me are givers. Influencers are curious about the next big thing that is happening to them. Influencers, they build a kind of a big vision, if I may. Influencers experiment to find new goals. And to me, Sreemanth Desai, our guest on the show, is just about that.
Yeah, thank you, Alan. It's my pleasure and honor to be on your show. And let's get started, Alan, here.
Fantastic. I mean, this is the line that you stole from me. I normally say, let's get started immediately, and I roll out the questions. But no, I mean, it just shows the excitement that we're going to bring on board through this little interview that we are having, Sreemanth. And I'm really looking forward to it. So, Sreemanth, my usual way of starting this interviews is to ask people, my guests, as to how life has kind of been all through your journey right from the beginning till this very point. And for our viewers' sake, I would like you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm Sreemanth Desai, like Alan introduced me. I'm a small town boy, as in I'm from Bellary district from Karnataka. It's a small town, right? So I finished my education in Bellary itself till my degree. And for my PG, that is for my MBA, I moved on to Bengaluru. I have fond memories of, spending childhood in my grandma's house. So I still remember those things. And I just want to mention one thing here. Right from my 5th grade till 12th grade, I was very much involved in this public speaking kind of events. It could be elocution, it could be essay competitions like quiz and everything. Anything that involved public speaking using creativity and all. So that kind of influenced me. So what happened post my class 12, my father wanted me to do civil engineering, right? He wanted me to be an engineer, particularly civil engineering. But I was, because of this kind of exposure, right? I was always interested in this public speaking domain. So I chose business administration. So I did my bachelor's degree in business administration and even my master's as well. So I finished my MBA from Bangalore University. And then post my MBA, again, here the real roller coaster ride starts. I have worked as a banker. Then I worked as an assistant professor in an MBA department. Then I tried my hand in films as well, just for a short period of time for 6 months. And then because of this films, right, I built a very good physique, like 6 packs and all. And I had, because of this, I did a lot of research in the area of nutrition and exercises. So I had this knowledge. I did my fitness certification and nutrition certification as well. And then I entered the fitness industry, fitness and wellness industry. Okay. Then I worked there in sales, and I was also heading the services department there. I worked as a team leader, as a trainer, training my colleagues. And finally, here I am as a trainer. So if you closely look at my profile, I have done a lot of things. But one thing which I want to mention here is whatever knowledge I have gained in each field has really helped me today in my training arena. For example, as an assistant professor, I used to stand in front of like 60 odd students and deliver a lecture for 1 hour. And there are instances where I was anchoring an event wherein I was standing in front of thousands of lecturers, and thousands of students and lecturers, and I was doing this event. So that has really helped me today when I'm delivering my training sessions to the corporates, right? I no longer have that fear of standing in front of anybody or delivering. So I'm very confident that way. So my knowledge has not gone for a waste, though I have been in various fields, okay, be it a banker or assistant professor or in the movie industry or in the fitness industry. I'm able to use everything that I have learned over there. Even the fitness industry, I teach stretchers, breathing exercises to my corporate clients. So this way, life has come like a, you could say, like a full circle. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, if someone has to talk about making the most of it, I think you've done it best. On every talent and everything that you kind of picked up during your entire journey, and it's really interesting that the most important thing, or rather, most interesting thing that I find in this whole journey of yours is the part of being an actor for that short stint.
Yeah.
And who wouldn't say that you would qualify to be one? And I think the future still beholds for you to be one. So we'll keep that aside. Why did you choose the field of training as such, Raymond?
Alan, I want to answer it in a different way. I would answer it this way. I didn't choose training. In fact, the training field chose me, is what I believe, because I've been exposed to all these things. I never planned that I'll be like a trainer or something. But if you look right from my childhood, I have been exposed to this public speaking kind of a thing, right? Like I was participating in competitions and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I think training field chose me, is what I feel, rather than me choosing the training field, because of my exposure. And finally, here I am, and I'm able to use everything that I have learned. That is why I'm really happy, and I'm really happy for the universe to bring me over here in this training arena, so that I'm able to use everything that I've learned, over my different fields of experience that I have. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it kind of shows that you are driven, self-driven. I mean, by a lot of things that you just said, and also by the background that we just heard. From the fact that your dad wanted you to be a civil engineer to what you turned out to be eventually. Something that comes immediately, something that comes as an immediate question, therefore, is you are a self-made person. No doubt in it, and I believe that you have it in you to kind of portray to the world that you are a self-made person. What do you think brings out the best in you, being a self-made person?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for your kind words, putting me in that bracket of self-made person, Alan. So firstly, I want to, I had read this phrase somewhere saying, see, if you want the world to believe in you, first of all, you got to believe in you. You got to have trust in you. You can't expect the world to believe in you first, and then you believe in yourself. It doesn't work like that, right? So first of all, you need to believe in yourself. You need to have that strong trust in yourself. Then the world starts believing in you. Okay. So I have really applied this in my life, but trust me, there have been a lot of ups and downs. I could say like failures or challenges, whatever word that you want to use. Sometimes it's really frustrating, Alan. I'm a high risk taker, and especially I'm a high risk taker, but it does influence my family members as well, right? So at times it gets frustrating to them. But on this occasion, I want to thank my family members, especially my wife, who always accompanies me to all the corporate events. She takes care of all the videography part, and then once we come back, I do the editing and all. I really want to thank her. And my children, like, who don't create much fuss, because sometimes both me and my wife travel 90% of the time, right? And they don't create much fuss because they know that Papa is bringing food to the table. They understand that, right? And they are fine with staying with my mother, and my mother as well, who is taking care of them, and my father-in-law and my mother-in-law as well. They help me in this regard as well. They encourage me, especially when I do this training sessions and all. So I want to thank all these people. And when you quoted that self-made person, right? It was all possible because of passion, right? I want to give an example. I'm not exaggerating. There are instances, especially when I was working for this fitness and wellness company, right? There were instances wherein I used to work for 20 to 22 hours in a day. And I'm not exaggerating, especially in the month of January, right? So I used to work I used to sleep like around 12 o'clock, again, wake up at 2 o'clock, again, sleep at 3 o'clock, again, wake up at 5 o'clock. Hardly 4 or sometimes even 3 hours of sleep I used to have. And see, if you are that kind of a person who is ready to work for 22 hours. You can't just work like that. Only when you're passionate, you can work that way. Passionate about the job that you're doing. So whenever I choose a particular field, I'm very passionate about it. I give my everything. So that is the reason, since you're quoting like a self-made person, I'm really honored that you called me that. And that was all possible because of the passion, that burning desire. And, I have that, if I don't use that energy, right, it makes me sleepless. I'm a highly energetic person. And if I'm not able to channel that energy properly, and trust me, like I can't sleep literally like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, also like sometimes I won't be able to sleep. So only when I channel my energy properly, only when I'm, able to take this passion and channel it properly, then I'll get good sleep. And it's a double-edged sword, because sleep is very, very important. At the same time, career is also very, very important. But if I'm not, able to channel my energy, I'm not able to sleep. So that way, passion has brought me here in this field so far. So that's the reason, like whatever success I'm seeing is all because of the passion, I could say. Yeah, frustrations so definitely are there, Alan. But my passion is stronger than these things, these challenges, these little roadblocks, right? Since my passion is stronger than that, so I kind of ignore, I overcome them.
Amazing. You can see the passionate drive that you bring on in your life itself, and it's so nice to hear. I was always wondering who is that artist who captures the beautiful videos,
Yeah, that's my wife.
and so it's amazing. So you must give her our best wishes and congratulations for the job she does to kind of portray the handsome Sreemanth and the talented one and the passionate one and the
Yeah.
energetic one.
I'm sure
So,
she'll watch this interview and she'll be very happy that I mentioned all these things. Yeah.
no, I think she deserves it, and you're right. I mean, there's so much of sacrifices that goes in a self-made career more than anything else. I feel the people who are self-made have to do a lot of stuff because they have to do stuff on their own. The ownership is their own,
Yeah.
and the family walks along with them. And as you rightly said, my colleague used to always say this. The family knows that you have to bring the food on the table, so the
Yeah.
beaks have to be fed, as they say.
Yeah.
So true. I mean, what it exemplifies about you is also that you're gifted. You're a light for a reason, and there will be no darkness around you. Now, besides, I've known you as more of a kind of, when I watch your videos, since we mentioned that, I've known you more as a happiness coach.
Yeah.
I've seen you, bringing joy to the people around you. I know you bring a lot of motivation when you do that, but there are very few people who can drive that enthusiasm and carry that, although happiness and joy is contagious in many forms, but yet you have to take an effort, and it comes pretty naturally in you, and that's why I call you a happiness coach.
Yeah.
But what besides happiness coach for Sreemanth? What else do you do?
Yes. So if you go to my Instagram page, there are tons of videos over there. Apart from the happiness genre, I'm also a team building facilitator for the corporates. So wherein I undertake team building games, team building activities and all. And I'm also magician and mentalist as well. And even if you look at happiness genre, again, I bring a lot to the table over there. There is something called as laughter healing, sound healing, mindfulness, okay, and then there is yoga nidra. So I bring different things to the table over there. And the reason why people find my trainings really good is because, for example, I said that I'm also a magician and a mentalist. So I just don't do a magic trick or a mentalism stunt over there. What I do is I try to see what can we learn from that. Okay, see, magic trick or mentalism stunt, it does give you entertainment. Okay, now what else apart from entertainment can I show it to the audience? What experience can I give it to them? For example, there is this one mentalism stunt wherein I give a spoon to the employee, like a corporate employee. I ask them to sign on the spoon, right? Saying that sign on the spoon and also write the name or initials of the person whom they hate, or I should not use the word hate, like a toxic person, right? Like a negative person in layman's terms. Everybody has the toxic people, right? Okay, so write the initials of the toxic person and also sign across your name on the spoon. Okay, then I take the spoon and put it in a cloth. Okay, and everybody sees that, all the audience members. And then with the power of human mind, we do something. Okay, and then when you open it, the spoon is bent. So this is the mentalism stunt. Everybody are stunned. How did the spoon bend and all? I don't stop there. That is the entertainment angle. That is the thrill angle. Now, what can we learn from this? So what I do is I teach some kind of a life lesson from it. See, this spoon is you. For example, there is an employee A. Mr. A, this is you, and you have put the toxic person's name, right? Okay. So if you don't allow the toxic person, like whatever words they speak, to like have an impact on you, nothing happens for you, to you. Okay. But if you give that freedom for their words to influence you, just like the spoon, your mind or your life also will get bent. So it's all within you, whether you give that freedom for that thought to take over your mind, or you just ignore it. Yes, that person, you had a quarrel with that toxic person, you have to forget it then and there itself after that quarrel. But if you keep thinking about it, oh, this person said like this, so you're again bending
True.
your life, basically you're disturbing your own peace, just like the spoon that was bent.
Sure.
So this is how I bring the magic and mentalism, not just from entertainment perspective, but I teach a life lesson with it. And this is how they're stunned. Like, because they have never seen, see, first of all, the mentalism, magical, that stunt itself is really good, no doubt about it. But when I add this on top of that, they're like, man, how can this guy think like this, right? And towards the end, usually when I take testimonials, right, they specifically mention these pointers that we have never been through such kind of trainings and all. All this is because of these things. So I'm into different genres of training. Apart from the happiness genre, I'm also into team building. I'm a team building facilitator. And then I'm also a magician and mentalist. I try to combine all these things and then give a very unique experience that they would have never seen anywhere. I can bet on that. Yes, Alan.
And I'm confident that you do that. I mean, from the reaction of people, from the feedback that we hear on your videos, we definitely know. And I think all that exudes from the confidence that you bring on board. No one can, Sreemanth, no one can speak of future. I don't think even a mentalist or a magician can. But I'm going to ask you that question. Where do you see Sreemanth Desai go from here? I mean, you achieved so much in life already in such a young span of your life.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself go from here? What do you want to achieve in life? What's your ultimate goal, if I may?
Yeah. See, I always think ahead as well, not just I take care of present. I also think about what can be done more. Okay, because I always think like an audience member. So the audience members have experienced this. What else can I offer? See, currently, Alan, I'm into corporate work. So whatever sessions I'm taking, be it happiness genre or the team building genre, it is being offered to corporates. Now I want it to be taken to the next level, wherein I want to offer these services for individuals as well. So I'm planning few retreats in different parts of India. Okay, could be like in my own district, we have a beautiful Hampi over here, and then probably Goa, where you stay over there. So then there is Dharmashala and other beautiful places. So I want to conduct retreats wherein I offer these, especially the happiness genre, like over a period of 2 to 3 days for individuals. So far, I have concentrated only on corporates. So this is my plan of action for the next 6 odd months. I am trying to implement and try to give this unique experience to the individuals. That is what you can expect probably in the next 6 odd months from my end. Yeah.
Fantastic. No, I'm glad that, when I ask goals, people talk about long-term goals. And I think it's good to have short-term goals, which are achievable. And then these are milestones that you kind of look forward to and achieve, and then, achieve your final long-term goal as well. So well said, Sreemanth. And I wish you all the best with all your endeavors that you've planned. If I have to ask you, Sreemanth, who is that person or situation that has influenced you the most?
Okay. Again, I would like to answer it a little bit differently. There is no one such person. I get influenced by even a Pani Puri vendor as well. I'll come to that point. But if you want me to mention particular people, like particular person, I would like to mention 3 to 4 people. One is Lord Sri Krishna. That's because he's a great karma yogi. Okay. And if you're talking about our field, the training field, I'm influenced by Shukera and then Mr. Shukera and Mr. Bob Proctor. I'm very much influenced by their work. And for example, Alan, I'm also influenced by you as well. For example, from whatever experience I have speaking to you, you have very good oratory skills and you are very humble. So when I'm interacting with Alan, I also look at that. What is that I can learn from him? So you have very good oratory skills and you're very humble as well. So I learn these things from you and I get inspired. So this way I get inspired from all facets of life, right? So it could be anybody. Yeah.
And well, thanks for bringing my little trait into this commentary of yours. But yes, I'll take that. I'll take that. And, we all have to learn from people around us and
Yes.
the situations that, take us to where we want to go in life. And this is what you just mentioned. And you didn't bring up the Pani Puri man. You want to talk something more about him? You're free to do so.
No. It's just that they take care of their own work, the kind of hard work they do. I see the Pani Puri vendor in front of my house. He starts at 4 p.m.
Wow.
and he doesn't sit till 11 p.m. He keeps going. So that kind of work also inspires me. And when I do good work, right, Sreemanth, when he does good work, I speak to myself in a third person's perspective, like, hey, Sreemanth, well done, man. You did an awesome job. So I know that it sounds crazy, but I do appreciate myself when I, do good things as well. So this way I appreciate myself as well in case if I do good things or, especially post training session after the testimonials, right? When people come and some people hug you, some people shake hands with you. So that's when I talk to myself, well done, Sreemanth, all the hard work that you've done. Because see, in my training sessions, Alan, I start at 9:30 a.m. It goes all the way till 5:30 p.m. And I hardly sit. Probably I sit in the lunch break and my wife keeps reminding me, no, you need to sit, you need to sit. But I don't know, like I said, I have that energy, right? I want to showcase that energy. Okay. It doesn't allow me to sit basically. So, and all that at the end of the session, when you get to hear those good testimonials, right? It's all,
Absolutely.
you feel like it's all worth it.
Right. No, what came to my mind is, do you allow the audience to sit during?
Yeah, definitely. Because see, there are, again, in a training session, there are instances wherein, for example, the energizers, they'll be standing and doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a mentalism stunt, probably they'll sit and watch it. And there are lateral thinking activities wherein they sit and do it. But for team building activities, they'll stand and do it. But trust me, usually my testimonials, right? It happens around 5:15, something like that. They say that, Sreemanth, though it was entire like 7 hours or 8 hours training, we didn't feel it like that. Okay, I hardly use any PPTs, frankly speaking. Alan.
Yeah.
I do use it, explain the science behind something. Apart from that, everything is activity oriented, right? So I believe in 3 E's. One is engagement, entertainment, and empowerment of employees. I believe in these 3 E's, and that's why I getting rebookings. Like they keep booking again and again because of this.
If I have to ask you, Sreemanth, what's the best gift you got from your client? The best gift ever?
Yeah. See, in every session I go, Alan, I want to clarify this. I'll clarify this as well. And I'm not exaggerating. Every session, they say, these are the exact words. I want to quote them. These are the exact words they'll be using. In my 30 years experience as an employee in this company, in my 20 years experience as an employee in this company, I have never seen a session like this. Okay. I don't want to take anything away from other trainers. It doesn't mean that they are bad. It's just that I have given these employees a very unique experience that they have never experienced before. There are some mentalism stunts which were done in like America's Got Talent. finale, I do them in front of them. They experience that live. So when they experience these things live, a very unique experience, okay, and I am putting all genres here. I'm bringing different genres and giving this experience. That is why they're able to feel and use these words that we have never had this kind of an experience before. And I'm really thankful for the universe for giving me this opportunity. At the same time, I want to thank myself as well, because there has been a lot of hard work that has gone. Okay, because see, magic mentalism, again, there is a lot of research involved there as well. And there are so many nights, sleepless nights I have spent in doing the research. It could be the team building, it could be the magic, the mentalism, or the happiness genre. My wife keeps complaining, saying that, man, you need to have proper sleep and all. But like I said, Alan, my energy doesn't allow me to sleep. Even if I sleep, on the bed, right, I'll not be able to sleep if I'm not able to accomplish that particular day's task. So it makes me sleepless. So only when I'm done with that particular task, I'll be able to sleep. And because of this passion towards work, right, that is the reason I'm getting to hear these kind of testimonials from my clients. And the entire people see only that 9:30 to 5:30 p.m. thing. That itself is a big deal, no doubt about it. But the work that has gone, they call it as behind the scenes, right? That is very immense. The kind of hard work I put, especially research, okay? And I also ensure I sit as an audience member and analyze, okay. And then I come at that final model wherein I present to the clients. Yeah.
Right. No, that's so true. I mean, you need to put yourself in the client's shoes to see what they expect, what they wish to learn. And I can see why they are kind of enthralled by your sort of training programs, because you bring a variety of things into it. It's like the buffet when you have in a hotel.
Yes.
It's not like an a la carte menu wherein you're able to choose only one or two dishes. You are able to see a variety of delicacies spread over a period of 7 hours in a day, and that's quite to keep an audience focused for 7 hours is not easy. And hats off to you, and I wish that many more will be empowered. The 3 E's that you mentioned is quite amazing, right? And that leads me to the next question. Since we're talking about empowering others, one of the most important segments of the society that we really need to focus on is the younger generation. And what would be your message to the younger generation, or the young aspirant trainers, if some of them want to be trainers? What would be your message to them, Sreemanth?
So firstly, we do get inspired by a lot of work. For example, let's say tomorrow I attend a soft skills training certification. Okay, the trainer who is training me over there, I definitely get influenced by him. But at the end of the day, when you're training others, you should ensure, of course, take all the good things from that person, but you should add your character, your charisma, and then present it to the audience. That's when it'll sound unique. That's when audience will feel unique. So I have done a lot of certifications. I really respect my mentors. I take the best out of them. But when I deliver it right, it'll be totally different thing. Because one thing is I'm bringing different genres and presenting it. Second one is I also add, like I said, I'm very energetic person. I bring that to the table. So everybody are unique, right? Everybody have that gift. So probably somebody may have a gift which I don't have. So you need to bring your character, your charisma, okay? And then you need to be very unique yourself, have your own style. So that is the first thing. Second one is, which I have already mentioned, is visualization. First of all, I think you put it right way. That is, being in the client's shoes, right? Visualize and put yourself, imagine yourself that you're sitting as an audience member and you have prepared your training model or training schedule, right? So imagine, will you be able to enjoy this? Ask yourself that. If the answer is yes, yes, please go ahead. If the answer is no, then challenge yourself, challenge your creativity, and then come with something different. So these two things. One is you need to bring your character and charisma. There is your uniqueness to a training program. Second one is the visualization, which is very, very important.
So Sreemanth, if you have to convey about important life lessons that you have picked up during your journey as a trainer, as a human being, as a father, as a spouse, what would that be? I mean, what would you have to say about it and share with the audience?
Yeah. I did mention in this interview about I have experienced a lot of hardships, especially with respect to failures and challenges. So I always get inspired by this Thomas Alva Edison story, Alan. So it seems that Thomas Alva Edison took 9,999 attempts to invent electric bulb. That is, on his 10,000th attempt, he invented electric bulb. Of course, not literally, but he took many times. That's what it means, basically. So when you fail, what happens is you have two choices. So of course, you'll stand up. You have two choices. One is flight. Second one is fight. Flight as in run away. Fight as in you fight back. So I always chose to fight back. I have experienced a lot of challenges in my life. So whenever I fall, when I stand up, I always fight back. So that has been my biggest life lesson. That's why I'm here. Okay. It's not like a smooth sail. There has been a lot of ups and downs, which I've already mentioned. That is first thing. Second one is sometimes what happens, you'll be doing all the right things, yet things may not work in your favor. You're working really hard. You're giving your blood and sweat, everything. Still, things are not going your way. See, this is where I remember the Chinese bamboo story. So it seems that when you take this Chinese bamboo seed and plant it, and you pour water, and then you add fertilizers, and first year, nothing happens, Alan. Nothing happens. Second year, you again, continue watering, continue fertilizing. Nothing happens again. Third year, again, you continue watering, continue fertilizing. Nothing happens. It becomes very discouraging, right? At this point of time, it's been 3 years. Fourth year, again, you continue watering, you continue, fertilizing. Nothing happens. Now this becomes very frustrating. 4 years, nothing happens. But Alan, if you have patience and if you have endured so far, in the fifth year, the seed starts to sprout, and you won't believe it. In a matter of 6 weeks, it grows up to 90 feet high.
Amazing.
Right? So what is the life lesson here? Right? So you can't be discouraged here, right? You got to have that perseverance. You got to persevere. You need to be persistent. Then you'll see the results, right? Sometimes. And if you take this Chinese bamboo story, so the key life lesson is all these 5 years, it was making its roots stronger so that when it grows, it's able to stay tall and strong at 90 feet height. Now, nobody can shake it. Right? So same thing applies to our lives as well. Sometimes things may not go our way, but when your roots are strong, when you've done all the research, right? Trust me, one way or the other, the universe will present you with what you deserve. And I have seen it, especially in the training field, right? I have struggled a lot, as in like I've done a lot of research and everything earlier. I mean, it was very difficult for me to get opportunities and all, right? I didn't have videos and stuff like that. I kept persisting. Just my first session itself, it was a blockbuster. I took, I believe, a laughter therapy session. It was a blockbuster. And then from there on, like there was no stopping me. But if you see the end result, it looks so good. But all the hardship I have been through, I was making my roots very strong, right? Okay. So these are the two life lessons. Like you need to persevere when things are not going your way. And when you experience failures, you should always be willing to fight back. So put together, there is always light at the end of the tunnel, provided if you're able, if you're patient with it. You should be patient enough to see the light. right? There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Yes, Alan.
Fantastic. Well, beautiful examples portrayed right there to help the audience experience and your viewpoint about life lessons. And it's so true that we all are rooted and we all get the results that we desire after a lot of hard work efforts that predominantly is unseen to the world, but only you and you experience that. So beautifully put, Sriman. We are almost at the end of the program, but I would not want to leave the show without asking you this question about we talked about your profession as a banker. We talked about you being into the film industry, and now a trainer. Now, if not a trainer, without mentioning the previous profession,
Yeah.
what would you have chosen?
Yeah, just like an actor, I have donned many hats, as I've already given you a few examples, be it assistant professor, banker, actor, fitness trainer, and all. So probably, see, whatever profession I choose has to be from the natural talents I have, right? So this public speaking, being in the public, in front of the
Yeah.
public, and creativity is where I'm good at. So probably somewhere in the showbiz, I don't know, somewhere in the showbiz, I would have enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well, I hope that you just kind of claimed your future. I'm sure showbiz is something, an industry probably waiting for you. Srimanth, it has been wonderful talking to you. I mean, I remember John Maxwell's famous quote. He says, to be an influencer, you have to love people before you can find or lead them. And I think you've done exceptionally well in leading people, not, I wouldn't say to you, but to themselves, meaning experiencing their own selves through your training programs. And I think that's an excellent thing for any, and a fulfillment for any trainer. And that is what you have done as in your short span of training career so far, and so much more to give. So we wish you all the best, Srimanth, you and your family who have joined hands with you in your journey, and that makes it even much more exciting, much more stronger and purposeful. So we wish you many, many years of happiness and joy, and keep making us happy as well. Keep helping us laugh in today's stressful and rigorous world. But with people like you around, I think we can all stay happy as well. Your 3 E's meant a lot, engaging, entertaining, and most importantly, empowering the world. And that's what this show is all about. I mean, we hope that, and I'm sure the audience who have been listening in have been empowered, and we believe that you will have many more clients watching probably even this show, and inviting you to have the training sessions. So Sreemanth, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Alan, for inviting me. I'm sure like my family members, my well-wishers are keenly waiting to watch this interview, and thank you for inviting me. And so whatever you said, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Thanks for inviting me, Alan.
Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching tonight's show. It has been a pleasure talking to Sreemanth. I'm sure you would have enjoyed as much as I did every little thing that we have heard tonight from this man who has made a change in the world. It's all about people influencing, and Ground Zero Everyday Leaders is just about that. So keep watching and subscribe and follow our show as well. And follow Sreemanth. He's got some exciting videos and posts on his social media. We will try and share those links in our comment section. So thank you very much, and stay blessed. Thank you, Sreemanth.